Hi, I'm Andrea. I work at the Gateway Academy. I'm a PE teacher. Here's just a few ways that I like to help my own well-being. I like to make sure I connect with others, so making sure that I keep in touch with my friends, my family, just sending the odd text here and there, making sure I've got my groups on WhatsApp that I connect with, just to check in and make sure that they're doing okay, which in turn makes me feel better about myself because I've taken the time to ask others. Also, it gets the conversation rolling, and generally they ask me back, how am I feeling? If there's anything going on or anything I want to talk about, they're there to be able to talk to them through it. I like to keep active, not just, keeping fit. Some days I'll wake up and I'll feel like, oh, I can't be bothered with this today. Working out is the last thing I want to do, but actually I have to remember how I feel after, and it's that after feeling that I remember and think, actually I'm going to feel really good if I do this. And I might just spend 15-20 minutes just doing a quick workout, just to sort of lift my mood. Maybe that's before school or after school, usually after school. I like to also make sure I go outside. I know that sounds a bit daft, but actually going for a walk somewhere scenic, even going for a drive. I love driving, and just it really takes my mind off of things, and I can sort of let myself wander off into my own mind and just, concentrate on different things. Even when you're in the car, this is going to sound daft, but just talking yourself through things, especially if you're on your own, and, singing out loud, those sorts of things. I know they sound a bit silly, but actually you can really laugh at yourself and you just feel that tension go. Even just sitting quietly and just watching the world go by is actually quite a humbling experience as well. And it sort of gives you time to reflect upon how you're feeling and what worries you might have and who you can go to and what you need to do to be able to go and sort through those. I also like to try and learn something new. Those of you that know me, I have been absolutely netball mad for the last 25 years of my 31 years of life. And the last couple of years I just really fell out of love with it, and I felt terrible about it because I'd managed to get quite far in it. I was a captain, someone that people looked up to all the time, and I sort of held the fort together when there were people going off on pregnancies, people going out injured, and I sort of had to realise that, hang on a minute, I'm really injured, and not just through physically but also mentally. Like, I'm finding it mentally tough to keep going and be there for everybody else, and I sort of had to take a step back and not do it anymore. And I've actually quit, and I feel very uplifted about it, and I don't feel as bad as I thought I was going to. But it also means I've got Saturday mornings and free to myself now, and I can go and do whatever I want. And I really would like to take up horse riding, so if there's any budding equestrians out there, send me your number and I'll be in touch. What else do I do? I found it really hard actually as well, that when I came back from uni, that I had this 5-year plan and 10-year plan, and I had to really make sure that I was going to achieve this, and I was very headstrong that this needs to happen at this point, and this point of my life must happen, and if it doesn't, this is all going to go wrong. And actually what I found out very quickly was that life doesn't happen like that, and I had to really learn to take control of the things that I'm in control of and worry about those things. And actually I can't spend my energy worrying about the things that are going to influence that, as long as I'm doing what I can. If not, sometimes it means I have to adapt, and sometimes I had to change my way of thinking for things. But I did find it really, really tough. I've spent this sort of, to qualify as a teacher, for example, that took me a lot longer than I thought it was. And it was back when you had to do those maths tests. I got frozen out for 2 years because I failed by 1 point every time on my maths test. And that's taken me a very long time to overcome that. Even to this day, I still kick myself. And, I had to see past that. Right, what can I do better to get me where I need to be? Is teaching where I want to go? Luckily it was, and that's where I've ended up, thank goodness. But I really had to sort of think about what I was doing and adapting how I see myself and how I see the world and what I want to achieve, not what I think people want me to achieve. I had to stop comparing my life to others. Social media is a bit of a pain for that, because you see all this wonderful side of social media where everybody's going on holidays, buying their new houses, have got amazing cars, have got all these materialistic things. And actually I needed to realise that I need to take in the here and now and appreciate what I've got, appreciate the people around me, and start to build on that. I did find it quite tough, but I had a good support network around me. My friends were brilliant. They, really helped me to understand that actually life happens in all different stages for everybody, and you